All right, now we get to some top political stories in our neck of the woods, and let's begin with the race for New York City. The mayoral race, that is, and there's a new poll out with some good news for the Democrats, even better news for one Democrat in particular. The Q poll, let's start with the Democrats here, says it advantaged Christine Quinn, the council speaker, 24-point lead on her closest primary challenger, and that's public advocate Bill de Blasio. De Blasio essentially tied with former comptroller Bill Thompson, but as they say, it's still early. Nearly a third of city Democrats say they're not sure who they'd vote for. Now, on the flip side, on the Republican side, former MTA Chairman John Lhota, early front-runner, up 14% over Gristedes owner John Castimedes. But Lhota, he loses to everybody by a pretty healthy margin here when paired off against any Democrat on the list. And he loses big time to Quinn by 45 points. And you see the numbers there to both Thompson and de Blasio. All right, Dominic, you know, a lot of people said, you know, you can't win, but you're a Democrat. I tend to say, do you remember a guy named Rudy and a guy named Mayor Mike here? In fact, he made himself a third term. Could Lhota, does he have enough time and enough money to get the name recognition here? Or unless you're self-funded like Bloomberg, you ain't winning in New York anymore as a Republican?
First of all, this poll, I no offense, Quinnipiac, but I wouldn't really pay that much attention to it. It's so early. So early, and the X factor can happen anywhere between now and Election Day on either side. I mean, now you asked about Joe Lhota. What people need to understand is he doesn't have to have the name recognition. You know why? He's got Rudy Giuliani in his corner. Now I know.
Rudy doesn't have the juice he used to.
Yeah, but no, it's better. It's better off. He's got a lot more juice than what we think he does.
So who's your guess out of the Republican side?
Castimedes.
Well, I actually know you got a dog in the fight.
Well, I do have a dog in the fight, but here's in general what the Republicans need to do in this entire whether it's the primary or the general. The Republicans need a candidate who can have broad appeal. The Republican will have to cut in somewhere to that Democratic base. And again, I do think it's way too early. I thought if you looked into the crosstabs of the Q poll today, first of all, the margin of errors were completely skewed. 7.4% margin of error on the Republican side compared to 3.3% on the Democrat.
Well, how do you find so many New York City Republicans?
They found 179 Republicans that you can't base a poll on.
I want to get Jersey, but do you think we got somebody else that hasn't gotten in the race yet with a lot of zeros after his name, a self-funded guy? Do you think it's still possible?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think the field's there. I think now we just have to fight it out for where we are.
Now let's get next to a heavyweight title fight ramping up in Jersey. It's a race. It's still 17 months away, but already the participants are making sure there's no love lost between the two. Newark Mayor Cory Booker, as you know, he says no go on the governor's race here, but he's a likely run when it comes to the U.S. Senate seat that's slated to open up or at least be up again in 2014. That seat currently held by none other than Frank Lautenberg, and one Lautenberg has not said that he's giving up just so yet, and so cue the war of words. Booker drew first blood filing papers, forming a committee, and telling a reporter with just a little chill that I think Lautenberg has a decision to make. The reaction from Team Lautenberg, well, top aide called Booker self-absorbed and disrespectful, adding it's shameful that Booker avoided challenging a Republican, Governor Christie, just so that he can take on a long-serving, loyal Democrat. And when it comes to Booker's ideas for gun control, that instead of giving Senator Lautenberg credit and showing him the respect he's earned, Booker is stealing his ideas and marketing them on his own. It will get worse. Andrew, do you think Booker, and by the way, there's other Democrats circling too in Jersey, wouldn't have got in unless he got word from the party elders that Lautenberg's time is come and gone?
Congressman Pallone is that guy. He'll get into the race, or he'll consider getting in the race if Lautenberg retires. But Lautenberg's got Lautenberg's behind by 20 points in a Fairleigh Dickinson poll that came out. Booker seems to have name recognition, and he's certainly been in the news more lately. Lautenberg has always been one of these guys in the Senate who's operated a little bit in the shadows. He's more of a backbencher who gets deals done, but is not great in terms of getting to the microphone. I think it's going to be a tough fight if Lautenberg stays in, and it's really going to be Lautenberg's going to have to look in the mirror and figure out if he wants to run, and if so, why.
He doesn't have a lot to lose, though, Ryan. I guess my question is, at this point, party machine means something in Jersey. And Booker has made a lot of enemies. Maybe they won't come out and say it, but he ruffled more than a few feathers the wrong way. does Booker have a challenge here? I mean, you don't pick on children, you don't pick on the elderly. It might not look good in the optics here if he's seen as kicking Lautenberg to the curb.
You know, how long are these guys supposed to serve in the Senate? It's not some lifelong appointment. He's been there a long time. You know, and I think it's in a healthy democracy. You have healthy primaries, and I think this is going to be a really spirited campaign. And I think that Cory Booker's going to win it because his ideas are new and fresh. And
remind me, by the way, if I ever get sick, not to leave him near the plug. I mean,
but if he wins re-election, Lautenberg will be 96 at the end of his next term. I mean,
but we also haven't mentioned is Cory Booker is big on ambition. But what did the old lady say in the commercial, that Wendy's commercial? Where's the beef? Right. Where's the substance, Mayor Booker?
Finish one line for me, I finish you the other one.
There you go.
Taking each other up, Dominic. All right, now before we head to break, a programming note. Tomorrow night we'll be joined by a man certainly in the news lately, Greg Ball. And he will be a guest on RFL. He's going to talk about what he's had to say on both the issue of gun control and his favorite newspaper, the Journal News. We'll be talking about that with a lawmaker tomorrow right here at 6 p.m. All right, we take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll leave politics for a minute and talk about Lance Armstrong, the man seemingly without a friend. We'll talk about his appearance tomorrow night on Oprah Winfrey's program and what he hopes to gain. Stay with us.